Welcome back, people. Nice of you to drop in. Well, it all happened yesterday. Tommy Robinson had his big meeting or his big rally, and it was peaceful and it was successful. A sea of patriots took over London yesterday. The powers that be threw every spanner they could into the works, but they failed. We the people won. It was, it was, by all accounts, an amazing day. Unfortunately, I couldn't be there, too far away. But these people, Starmer said, were far right thugs. I mean, look at them. Do they look like far right thugs? Starmer really tried to stop this, which is not very democratic because, the people are angry with Labour and they want Labour out. And this is the result. Yeah, the only leader of a political party to show up for Tommy's big rally, the Unite the Kingdom rally in London, was Ben Habib of Advance UK. He was the only one. Rupert Lowe didn't attend. Nigel didn't attend. Labour people, no one else attended. It was only Ben Habib.
Hello, United Kingdom. Before I speak, I want to ask you a question. Keir Starmer is? Keir Starmer is? Keir Starmer is?
Yes,
Great.
a great
We're
man.
all
Definitely. He's not in it for himself like the rest of the politicians. He wants to see England made great again. I mean, why not? What's going on? Why? I I'm lost for words. It just gets more and more stupid, more and more stupid. What happened to common sense? How? I know Labour is pandying to the Muslims for their vote. Okay, I understand that. But if Labour wants to get in next time, all they've got to do is deport the lot of them, and the British public will be so grateful they'll vote them back in. It's not rocket science. Anyway, the UK just deployed a political weapon. It's only used once before in modern history, and nobody is talking about what it just backfired into. Keir Starmer banned foreign journalists from England to stop a rally, and it produced the largest anti-government march in years. The Home Office have issued entry bans on 11 foreign nationals ahead of the 16th of May United Kingdom rally in London. Rebel News founder Ezra Levant, multiple journalists, commentators were banned from the country to stop a march. But he can't ban illegal migrants. What? These people are good people. And he's not going to stop the march, is he? He's trying to stop it going worldwide. Well, no way. Metropolitan Police deployed 4,000 officers, live facial recognition, drones, dogs, and horses. The result, tens of thousands, some estimates reaching hundreds of thousands, flooding the streets of London anyway. Well, I'd have said there's over 1 million. So, I mean, it's just crazy. And when you look at it, that's not 100,000. It was quite an amazing day, apparently. British people want their country back. You know, why not? Why not? When you think about the individuals that died to protect our liberties, all died in vain? This Benamwine says, my heart is full being involved in this marvellous bringing together of British patriots and culture. No screaming, no fires raging through the street, no shattered glass, no threats, no machetes, no chants of Allah Akbar, just ordinary, decent, well-mannered Brits standing together with quiet dignity to save the country they love from descending into barbarism. This is what real love for Britain looks like. The tide is turning. Who is standing with them?
Get on
Brilliant, brilliant. I mean, look. London was swamped. The globalist puppet, Keir Starmer, has no idea what is unleashed. Today, millions of furious British patriots stormed the streets of our capital in a roaming tide of defiance. The battle for Britain has only just begun, and we will not stop. I mean, Keir Starmer's trying to put it down has actually made more people turn up. So where were they? Not even a pre-recorded message of solidarity. Alistair Harrison just about mustered a word on X on behalf of Rupert Lowe. And Rupert Lowe won't even be watching. Once again, and as always, it's Ben. When it really matters, it's always Ben. Ben Habib. He was there speaking.
Oh, this clip is exactly why Keir Starmer is the most unpopular Prime Minister in history and why Labour is finished.
Tomorrow's march in London is a reminder of what we're up against in the battle of our values. The organisers, including convicted thugs and...
I was saying the rally is going to be... It's going to be controlled by a far-right thug. He's obviously implying Tommy Robinson as a far-right thug. He hasn't even given that up. Everybody knows now he's not really a far-right thug. That he just tried to warn us for years and got that tarred with that brush, far-right thug. And Starmer is still using it, trying to stop the rally. I mean, what is the matter with him? How did he get made Prime Minister? I mean, he was a barrister. He must be educated.
Racists are peddling hatred and division. Plain and simple.
Right, who do we think he's talking about here? Okay, is it this lot?
The only solution is jihad by the armies of the Muslim countries. Not by you, me, or we. What training do I have? There are people with arms in Egypt, in Pakistan.
Was it the people talking about jihad on the streets and the Muslim armies? Is he talking about this lot?
On our streets as it is from these Palestinians and lefties and the rest of it. You know, the Kingdom rally was definitely not far right, and there was no hate. It was a lovely day.
Gosh, is it people who chant "Long live the Intifada" on the streets? Or maybe it's these people. People who chant death, death.
Pretty good guy, really. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not a fan of GB News since they cancelled Ben Habib and give Nigel Farage a slot. Nigel's only in it for himself. I wouldn't. Please do not vote reform unless there's nobody else in your constituency that's going to do the right thing. You know, if it's don't vote for Greens because they're taking the Muslim vote. I think they're taking it from Labour anyway. Christie.
To the IDF, I mean, oh gosh, you know, or the people who attacked serving members of the British military on their way into the Ministry of Defence. Is he talking about, look on your screen there, pictures of Hitler, right, at these pro-Palestine marches? He's talking about people who regularly bring swastikas, what appear to be Taliban or ISIS flags, pictures of Hamas paragliders with them every single week. Is he talking about those people? No, he's not. He's talking about...
Anyway, Latvia defies Brussels. Foreign Minister Labour Braze just dropped a bombshell. Latvia will not accept any new migrants from the EU pact and will not pay the €20,000 per migrant demanded by Brussels. Who do Brussels think they are? We're protecting our borders, not our taxes to fund imposed immigration. So yeah, is she the Prime Minister or Foreign Minister? Yeah, good on her. We all need to start doing that. So a knife-wielding shoplifter is stopped by a hero off-duty policeman. He's dismissed from the force for protecting others and having courage and sanity. He's dismissed for protecting others. Now, I thought the police's job was to protect others. No? Maybe I'm wrong. Doesn't appear to be. Now he's charged with serious assault. The globalists and Labour love a bit of crime and assaults of females, but will punish anyone stepping up to protect. The country is mental. An ex-police officer has been charged with serious assault after making a citizen's arrest on a shoplifter as he tried to flee with £450 of Nike goods. Well, yeah, stop him. Why not? And if he gets injured in the scuffle, whose fault is that? It's his. Long Castle restrained the suspect and held him on the floor for 15 minutes while waiting for his former police colleagues to arrive and arrest him. A picture appears to show him straddling Daniel Myrick and pinning his arms behind his back. Castle, 47, has now been charged with grievous bodily harm after Myrick was left with a fractured leg in the shop. I don't believe his leg was fractured either. The ex-PC, had been controversially dismissed from Dorset Police last year for aggressively tackling a knife-wielding teenager and making him feel frightened and intimidated. Oh my God! Why is it the victims are always supported? There's just no end to it, is there? We've got good guys doing the right thing and they're just losing their jobs. Listen, support Advance UK. They're the only party who's going to see this through and really have a clear out. It's got to be done. It's got to be done. Stop supporting reform. They're putting Muslim candidates up. What good's that going to do? We've got 25 Muslims in Parliament who were sworn in on the Quran. I mean, come on. Wake up, everybody. So a Pakistani migrant drug dealer was allowed to stay in Britain after sexually assaulting 2 women in broad daylight. Why? Because deporting him might be negative for his mental health. He was instead fined £200. It's not even a slap on the wrist, is it? The UK values migrant feelings over women's safety. I wish I had something a bit more friendly to finish up on, but this Raval murderer, Rahman, who was part of the terrorist group that bombed a London bus, remember it? Blew up a London bus and killed people. He has been granted leave to stay in Britain because of his Human Rights Act. Make that make sense. We protect terrorists instead of the innocent. This government are evil. Well, we know that. I think we all know that by now. I don't know what's going on. I keep trying to help publicise all this because if people are not on X, mainstream media is not showing any of it. And people need to be more aware. We've got to do something quickly. We got to get Ben Habib's party, Advance UK, really up and running in the next year, probably, well before 29, because that will be the make or break. That will be the make or break election like never before. Never before. That will be it. If we don't get our country back then, it's lost. No doubt about it. So thanks for sitting through all that garbage. I much appreciate any of you that's seen it through, but do me a favour and give me a like and please subscribe because YouTube is just burying me. I'll tell you, I don't want the establishment criticised. Please, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.
Gonna make you feel good. Gonna make